Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I am Minty Kid. So this is my top 5 series. This is my number 2, my second video, and I'm still keeping it on the same track with K-pop right now. But if you haven't watched my first video, it would be my favorite K-pop groups, my top 5 K-pop groups that give you a little feel of why I like them and what makes me choose them as my top 5. So today we're gonna go into my ultimate K-pop bias. Now, K-pop bias is really about your ultimate fave. It can be from a group, it can be a solo artist, but it's just that one who just makes you happy every time you see them. You see their Instagram posts and you see their channel, their stories, and you just be like, oh, fan service. They're the ones who just give you the best fan service and you just like them. You can't help it. You love that person. So we will get into my top 5 K-pop biases and check out their music on Spotify. But also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button for any future videos so you can get more of my blurry, nerdy lifestyle. So we're gonna get into our top 5 and here we go. So we start with number 5. So 5, we have our leader, our rapper, and our fashionista, GDragon. Also, his name is Jin Young, or GD, or yeah, those are his names, his aliases, but GDragon. Part of YG Entertainment, like I mentioned, he's part of with Big Bang. And this is a guy who has passion for his music. Every Big Bang song that has dropped on the album, I would have to say GDragon has touched and create to make a sound that Big Bang is today. And because of that, a lot of artists, a lot of K-pop artists, including our BTS babies, looked up to GDragon as their path to be who they are. And GDragon portrayed himself through his album work, and then now he's really shedding his skin of GDragon and being Jin Young. If you went to his concert, I believe like 2 years ago, when he was, it was just amazing, his performance, where he was just kind of speaking to us as the fans and saying, yeah, I've been through it, you know me as GDragon, then you know me as GD, but you don't know me as Jin Young. And I was just like, you right, GDragon, you are so right. So he was the one who really started it all for all the bias wrecking. I mean, the biases. So he's my first K-pop bias, and I have to cherish him. He's one of my ults, and I will never forget him. My number 5, Big Bang, GD. Alright, so I have number 4. Number 4 was pretty easy to pick, and he's a solo artist. His name is Dean. Noah in the corner has swagger like him, I'm just saying, but he is a R&B, South Korean R&B singer, rapper, songwriter, and he wrote a lot of songs for a lot of artists in K-pop. But when he became a solo artist and started singing for himself and putting out the music that he wanted to put out, it was just amazing. Like 130 mood. I used to listen to that album and repeat, shuffle, didn't mean the order, it didn't even matter the order, honestly. I loved Dean, and I just started exploring all his music, then looking into his swag. He just has like a whole, like, I'm not best with fashion. Like, fashion's not really my thing. I like dressing up, but really, I just love his fashion. It's something I would dress myself up if I wouldn't have that little swag. And then his music is just fun, and he has done a lot of collaborations for sure. So if you ever type Dean in YouTube, you will see him collabing with a lot of different R&B or artists within the K-pop industry, and he adds that extra soul to the music. Like, really listen to him. Like, Like there's a song that's featured with him. It's called Gold. I advise you to check that out because that song is just bomb. But Dean, solo artist, he would have to be my number 4. So let's get into number 3. That one was really honestly a very, very, very hard one for me to decide. So if you're into the K-pop, if you're into K-pop and their music, what we like to call is bias records. And this one, number 3, is honestly was my bias record until I decided he's just gonna become my bias and it's not gonna stop playing these games. And I would say number 3 is Park Jimin. Jimin from BTS. Sadly, my other bias, my ex-bias, I still love him, is Suga. Suga from BTS. He's the rapper in the group. Jimin is the singer and dancer, and also visual, because lately I've been seeing him in the front of videos, and that's what really kind of captured my eye with Jimin and his vocals as well. And then what really, really, really sold me on Jimin was his solo track, Serendipity. I would say that you should listen to that song because it's like it's an angel who sings, and the video was very beautiful too. And I've seen like different clips too of him dancing, and he really has a passion for dancing. Like you can see it in his movements. He just fluently dances, and especially in the music videos, like Jimin, that's why I see like lately he's been put in the front in a lot of the videos, and he really captured my eye. I still love Suga. Suga's a rapper, and I love rappers, but I had to choose Jimin as my number 3. My bias record. He took the throne, but yes, that's my Jimin. So we have number 2. Now, number 2 is another bias record situation, and this was from one of my ultimate favorite groups, which is GOT7, and his name would be Park Jin Young. So Park Jin Young crept up and took Mark's place from GOT7, and he is just he's a savage, first and foremost. He's a dad of GOT7 because JB's the leader, and they jokingly say he's the mom because he makes sure all the members are on point. But the one who lets the discipline down, making sure the members don't really get out of line, is Jin Young. Like, if you really Google any of the memes or any of the funny jokes that you see on Twitter about Jin Young and how serious he is a very serious man. He is dedicated to his craft of music, acting, and songwriting. And he's just Namja's man, but he's just, and he could dance, he could sing, especially when Never Ever came out, and he was coming out with his vocals. I was like, Jin Young, go ahead, man, that's my boo. And he kept creeping up, and then honestly, Mark got pushed to the side, and I love Mark, I love him, but Jin Young came through, and he was just telling me what to do, and I was like, okay, I'll like you, Jin Young, because that's why you're my bias now. So Park Jin Young from GOT7, yes, that's a man, and he's an actor. But overall, besides Jin Young being my bias, check out GOT7 on Spotify or all your streaming service, and you'll see their shenanigans, because besides just Park Jin Young being himself, they are their own selves too. So I promote for my babies about GOT7. Love them. So that's my number 2, Park Jin Young from GOT7. Finally, we are at number 1. I wish I could make an echo, but 1. So this one, honestly, he's a man of many titles. I had to write a list, and I had to even make sure I cover all of it, because he is that guy. I can't miss anything for him. So he's a singer, rapper, songwriter, record producer, actor, model, dancer, choreographer, and entrepreneur. And his name is Jay Park. He started out, honestly, Jay Park is a guy who started out as a b-boy dancer in Seattle, Washington. Joined 2PM later as the leader, and due to some controversy through being with 2PM, he disbanded with him, and he became a solo artist in Korea, still making his own music, and came out with his own company, AOMG, and higher music as well, recruiting different artists, Asian artists, and even signed on to Rock Nation. That man is a hustler. That's why he's a man of many titles. And I've had the privilege to see him last year. So seeing Jay Park was even a greater experience. I got P1 tickets and saw him dead center. And for a guy he's not tall, honestly, I thought, seeing him in music videos, you feel like he's tall, but I know he's not tall. But just seeing him on stage, he's just had a huge presence. And I was like, wow, this guy is, like, one of his songs he calls the Renaissance Man. He is a Renaissance man in his own. He just trying to make millions and just trying to keep going with his money. That's a guy. And of course, sex appeal. He's a cutie. Like, he's a little looker too. He has all them tattoos. Like, oh, he has so many tattoos. So if you love tattoos, that is the dude to look at, because he's like a little canvas, and I feel like he's probably gonna get more and more and more. But Jay Park, I say to listen to his music. There's a lot of growth in his music, but he made it sound, and I love that he never stopped his grind and his love for music. He's an innovator, he's a creator, and he knows what he believes in. And that's why I love Jay Park. My number one, my ultimate bias that I would love to death and always will stand is Jay Park. Alright, so let's wrap up everything. I hope you enjoyed looking into my K-pop biases and got you a little bit curious, or a lot of bit curious, I don't know. A lot of it, little bit, but curious about these K-pop biases and why I love them so much and what makes them those, I'd say just they're just the mans that I love. But these are the K-pop biases, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more of my top 5 series, and we're gonna have more. If you have any suggestions of any ideas, or you're just curious of what other things that could be my top 5, comment below. Don't be afraid, and check out for next week for more of my top 5 series. And don't forget, remember, speak on what you believe in and what you love, and just be yourself. So thank you, love y'all, bye.